I say that all the time. I'm like, if you don't want to be with me anymore, just say that. You don't have to kill me.
You don't have to murder me, really.
You
It's
don't
not
have
that
to do
serious.
okay.
I know we're married, but it's not that serious.
Not till death do us part. Just go.
Like, yeah, that term "to death do us part" does not mean till you kill me.
Oh my
No.
God.
Group chat that turned into a podcast? Hell yeah, dude. Venting to all your besties? Hell yeah, dude. Are they a little bit bothered? Hell yeah, dude.
Welcome to A Little Bit Bothered, the podcast where our group chat spills into your ears. We're four friends who overshare, laugh too much, and aren't afraid to get a little snarky.
We've taken our brutally honest, vulnerable, and downright hilarious conversations from the chat and turned them into a podcast because honestly, why keep all this entertainment to ourselves?
Whether it's the petty stuff, the deep stuff, or the stuff that makes you wonder, did they really just say that? We're here to say,
I think we're a little bit bothered.
Hello.
Hello.
It's another week. We are back.
We are back.
Oh man. What has been going on this week?
I'm a little bit bothered by the bomb Kelsie just dropped on us before about how she smoked a cigarette last.
Yes,
okay.
tell us
Cover
all
the-
about it. Tell all the listeners about your cigarette.
Oh my gosh.
I was so thrown up. I was like, excuse me?
I was too. I was like, you did what?
What did you just say?
Well, we had the ball, and I don't normally drink, hardly ever at all. I think the last time that I got drunk was like 2021, maybe. I don't know. And I got drunk, and my friend was like, "You want a cigarette?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not? Let's go do it." And so we went outside, and we were smoking a cigarette, and then we can see like all our husbands and like all the little Marines walking around in there looking for us, and then they came out, and my husband was like, "What are you doing?" Like, what? He was
The same reaction
he was
that
just
we
like,
had.
"Hello,
Right.
are you my wife?
ma'am.
What's
Who are
happening?"
you?
Who are you? Who is this?
Yeah, and so that's
so
what
funny.
happened, and now I'm like hacking up a long day.
Now you're hungover, you're tired, your lungs are in
hungover.
pain.
Her lungs
The thing
are
about me is I don't
broken.
drink for a reason, and that's because I hate the way alcohol makes me feel. Like, I hate it. Other than like the initial like tipsiness, everything after that is fucking torture. I don't like the room spinning. I don't
Yeah.
like anything else about it. It's terrible, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And I can't
How come
sleep
you? Oh,
when I'm drunk.
That's
You know,
unfortunate.
some people are like, "Oh yeah, I fucking just not." No, not me. I don't
It
sleep
wakes
a
you
wink.
up.
Yeah, not that it wakes me up. It's like, oh, my
just
body's
tossing
tired,
and
but
turning.
my brain is alive, and it's. I do my greatest overthinking when I'm drunk. I can become the most hyper aware person of life when I'm drinking, and it's awful.
Oh
So-
no.
You're already quite the overthinker, so that is
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
It really is. That sounds like a very real problem.
my mind
Yeah.
is. That's why I don't drink. My mind is a dangerous place to be when I'm drinking, because I'm just like, I lay in bed and I
It's
just
already
contemplate
dangerous.
life to the deepest depths of fucking. It's terrible.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
That is
How
so
come you guys had another ball?
So the first ball was like, he's part of the Naval ROTC at KU, and it was the Navy and Marine Corps, because they're like, Marine Corps falls into the Navy ROTC, so it was like their like college ROTC ball, not necessarily.
Oh, that's why
and
it was
then-
all the babies.
yeah. And then
Got
the
it.
Marine Corps ball was what we went to, which is like the actual,
Isn't it
Got
like the
it.
Marine birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
The Navy and the Marines' birthdays are, all of the branches' birthdays are kind of close together. But like, so that's why we were kind of celebrating both birthdays with the ROTC, and we did, that was like a small one, but this one was like the actual Marine birthday ball for the like command that they fall under as Marines here. So
Gotcha.
that was our, and Marine birthday balls are the best. Everything else is just lame.
They're fun. I've been to one once upon a time.
This was the best. This was the best birthday ball I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot. They had beer pong. They had a really good DJ, and they had beer pong, and it was really fun.
Oh, that's fun.
They don't normally have. I've never been to one with games before, but
yeah. Okay, so what are we bothered by this week?
Yes. Okay. I am bothered by the fact that we went to a birthday party yesterday to the trampoline park, and while we were at the trampoline park, I got my period. I was like, great, this couldn't have happened at a better place.
That is
like,
bad timing.
Trying to jump and hemorrhaging. I was like, cool.
Yeah, that is the worst.
I was bothered by a few other things. Oh, I feel a little bad because at the birthday party, this is a girl that my daughter became friends with when she was in preschool, and now they go to different schools, but we've like still stayed in touch. The girl had a lot of friends there, and so my daughter felt like she was being a little bit ignored. Because, like, you know, there's just like a lot going on, so she was feeling a little bit bad. There was a couple other girls that she knew from preschool that are in the little friend group that were there too, so at least she had them. But everybody was trying to get the birthday girl's attention, you know, so she was just like, and she considers the birthday girl her best friend, so she was a little sad that she didn't really get as much time with her that she wanted. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh, she wasn't ignoring you, she just had a lot of people there that were like, you know, so that kind of, it didn't like bother me like this girl was ignoring her, but I felt bad for my kid. I was like, oh,
that is hard. Like, that's hard even as like, well, I mean, even as like an adult, like when you're looking forward to seeing somebody, but like it's an event and like their attention is being pulled everywhere.
Too busy.
Like it just is what it is, but it still kind of sucks. So I feel for her.
Even the birthday girl, though, I think she was getting overwhelmed because at one point everybody was trying to like get at her, and I literally just saw her go like this. With her little hands on her temples. She was just like, oh my God, what's happening?
Oh my goodness.
I felt bad for her too. I was like, this poor thing, she's getting bombarded by girls.
Yeah.
Like, so sorry. And what else? Oh, I think my eldest daughter has another earache, which will be the second one since we started school. She keeps telling me that her ear hurts, and I'm like, great. No, it doesn't.
Ongoing illnesses that just evolve from one to the other with kids.
Which, honestly, it's been ongoing illnesses since we moved here. I think she's allergic to the entire state of Texas, at least the area that we live in. I don't think it's just her.
One more reason to come back to Arizona.
I agree.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's what's got me a little in a tizzy. My period is mostly the cause of my tizzy.
Yep, that'll do it.
That was yours last week, wasn't it, Kelsie? Weren't you like?
Yes, I was like actually bleeding out. So much blood.
Same.
So much blood.
Oh,
ever since we stopped, maybe it's the same thing. Ever since I stopped breastfeeding, I have been just like fucking gushing.
That might actually be it. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Take your iron. That's my suggestion.
Take your iron.
For real. Me and Nicole are synced up now because I'm also on my period, and it's very annoying. Hate it. Yeah. And it came early. I actually meant to text you guys that my period came like, I want to say it was like a week early on my app.
Oh.
And I was like thinking to myself, my period was confused by daylight savings because, hello, why are you here? You're not supposed to be here, but okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so I'm bothered by that. And then the other thing I'm bothered by, so Walmart started their like Black Friday deals. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
Which I don't even understand. Like, why? What's the point of having deals before Black Friday? It's not Black Friday.
I don't know. It was like Black Friday used to be like, you know, Black Friday. Then it started like encroaching on Thanksgiving, and now it's like apparently now
it's just the whole month of November.
Yeah.
But and the deals aren't as good as they used to be either.
No,
they
not even
some
close.
Good deals, but that was the thing that really bothered me was like you'll be looking at one thing and it'll say the regular price is like $120 and it's on sale for $70 or whatever, you know, but really that item is usually like $100, not $120. I fucking hate when they jack up the original price to make the discount look steeper.
Amazon does that all the time.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying because there was something. I think I was looking at headphones, and they were like, it was like that exact scenario. 120 is what they said they were regularly, but then on Amazon they were only $100. So it's like, why are you lying?
My husband introduced me to a website called, I think it's Camel. And if you put in the link of, I know it's so random, camel, like the animal camel. But when you put in like the link of whatever you're wanting to buy, it will tell you like whether or not that's actually the lowest that it's been like over the last like several years. So you can actually see, is it on sale for real or are they just manipulating you?
Oh, what a good tip for our listeners for their holiday shopping.
I know. I was using it last night as I was Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Have you guys done a bunch of Christmas shopping or no?
No. A little.
I've done some, which is decent for me.
I'm terrible. I literally am like, every year I'm going to be better. I'm going to start earlier. I'm going to just trickle my little presents throughout the months. I never do. It's like December, halfway through December, and I'm like, okay, it's time to get your shit together and buy some presents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We've been a little bit better about it the last couple of years because the couple of years before that was like literally Christmas Eve and we're like, crap, we still don't have presents. Yep. So we've gotten a little bit better, but
who
still.
do you all get presents for? Because honestly, like since we've had kids, I get presents for my kids and that's it. I don't care. I focus on my children and ain't nobody else getting nothing from me.
It's mostly my kids. Mm-hmm. I buy stuff for my husband too, but mostly usually just like stocking stuffers. And then I'll buy like one thing for like my mom, my dad, my brothers, like nothing crazy. Also, I follow these like couple Telegram accounts where they share like deals, you know? I did it last year too.
I had to mute them.
I know. Same. They're so overwhelming.
Muted. I never turn my Telegram notifications on, but I'll just check it like once a day and look through, and there'll be like hundreds of deals that they posted, and like I'll just sometimes grab some. A lot of it is like not great, but I have gotten like some Pokemon toys and like some Hot Wheels already. So it's worth it.
Random. This is gonna be so random. Last year, speaking of those
When are we not random?
Yeah. but it's like a random. It's random that I specifically remember that Ashley got this last year from those Telegram channels. She got these air filters, one for her kids' room, and like, if you come across them again, send me the direct link because I've seen
some. I've seen some
because I
This is how
I was telling Justin about this. I was like, we should get some air filters. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my God, Ashley got air filters.
How do you know you're in your 30s?
Yeah. Yes, literally.
Because you're excited about air filters.
Yeah. Well, and I remembered that she's got them specifically during Christmas time from those Telegram chats. So I was like, I need to check those Telegram chats again.
Yeah, we have some better ones. Like, we have some bigger ones that are better and are expensive, but I've seen a couple of like the smaller, like 1 room size ones too.
Are these like the air purifier?
Like an air purifier.
Yeah. That's what they are.
Yep, exactly.
So let me know if you come across any good deals.
Okay, I will. I'll share it with you.
I don't know why I remembered that. It was like so fucking random.
That is really random.
It was really weird.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm also bothered that it's Sunday.
Oh, why are you bothered?
Well, because I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I don't want to work tomorrow.
I'm in like holiday, like it's the holiday season, and now I don't want to work anymore. Like I want to be off until Christmas.
Well, like that's been my issue too, is like it's gotten a little bit chilly, and so like we've been sleeping with like our windows open because it's been nice, but then it's like so cozy in the morning, and I don't want to wake up, and I don't want to work, and I just want to like lay in bed and read and be like cuddled in my blankets, and it's a real problem.
Yeah,
well, that's why I'm excited that it is Sunday, because that means Trevor's gonna go back to all his weekly duties, and you guys are gonna go back to work and stop fucking reading, and then I can read my little ass off throughout the week and listen and clean and just be joyful, and I can catch up with Monica because she's ahead for once.
I'm a whole book behind as usual.
That's my whole goal for the week is catch up with Monica.
You won't, because I'm like so like in it right now.
I don't know. You have work and I don't.
Yeah, but like part of the other problem of why like I don't want to like wake up and start my day is because I'm like awake reading way too late at night.
Listen to me. I plan to wake up in the morning, put my headphones in, and they are not coming out until the end of the day. So
Well, you'll catch up.
I
It's
don't
fine.
know if you want to
Yeah,
do the
you
math
might-
on that,
you-
but
you
that's
might
at
catch
least
up.
like 12 hours of.
What
fucking-
chapter are you guys on?
I-
And we're still on Akatar. I don't know if we told the people that yet.
Oh,
Let's get
Di-
through what we're.
we-
let's,
we
let's do
digress.
what we're bothered by. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's finish what we're bothered by, and then we'll go through our Akatar.
I think
because
I'm done.
I am
Yeah.
done, okay? And I have a lot of feelings. So
Wait, like you actually finished.
She's done.
She's
done.
done.
I'm
She's
done
done.
with it.
We'll,
So,
we'll come back to
Monica-
you.
Yes.
Well,
what are you bothered
yeah,
by,
no.
Monica?
I'm bothered by how exhausted I am. I mean, partly because I'm just up reading, but also like I'm just tired, and I feel like it's just me aging, and it's sad. I don't want
I
to
was
be
gonna
so tired.
I was going to say, is this going to go in the direction of you being old?
I don't know what it is. Like I've been so tired. Like it's just been I literally don't know what it is. Like I still get enough sleep technically. I'm just exhausted. Like
I was going to say.
it's
if you
just really
say-
freaking lame.
I was literally going to be like, if you say this is because you're old, I'm going to reach through the
No, it
computer and
is.
smack you. No,
It is.
stop.
I've been feeling old since my birthday last week too.
Shut up.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's that,
We-
and then
We have to say talk about your birthday because we didn't get to talk about it on the last one because that was
Yeah.
before your birthday. So for
Okay.
all the listeners, it was Ashley's birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley! If you
Yeah.
saw our Instagram, you know that already.
Mm-hmm.
33.
Yep. 33.
Nice.
3-3.
That's like
Mhm.
such a round, like perfect number. I
It is
like
a nice
33.
number. Hmm.
it is a nice number. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do feel
We
old.
did- Oh, I'm so sorry. Stop telling yourself
Yeah.
that. You say I feel young.
I know.
I feel you though, because on my next one I'm gonna be 30 freaking 5. That's mid 30s.
That's a
Yeah.
good number too, though. 35. That's
No,
a
it's
great
not.
number.
It's mid 30s. I don't want to be mid 30s.
I said
I
this
just
is the
I
last
stay on this
one.
side of 30s.
I'm gonna say I'm 33 from now on. I'm not turning 34
Forever.
actually.
But yeah, so I mean, like going along with like why I'm bothered, like I'm just tired. So Friday night, I went to the Mariah Carey concert with my sister, and it's 2 days later, and I'm still tired from it.
Girl, the recovery time on a concert is a lot more when you're in your 30s.
It's brutal. Although I will say, I mean, it wasn't like a crazy concert, so it
Oh,
wasn't
no.
Well, it was a
exhausting in that way,
Christmas
but,
one,
like,
right? It was Christmas.
Yeah,
Mariah
but she
Carey.
also did a few of like her like top hits too, so that was really
Oh, she
fun because we
did.
weren't expecting that. And overall, it was just a really fun concert. Everyone was decked out like they were either dressed really nice or they were dressed as Christmas, like
Mhm.
I love
Christmas themed. It was so fun. And then I was actually not expecting her to do this, but like at one point she kind of like paused the concert so she could have security go and grab like signs from the front row and like signed them while she was singing and had somebody come up on stage to take a selfie with her, which for the diva reputation that she has, I was really not expecting her to do that. And like she took a while too. Like she signed several of them. It was very interesting, but
That is
I thought it was
interesting.
very sweet. And then her kids were part of the concert too, and they performed with her, and they're adorable and
Oh, that's
very
cute.
talented. They were really cute. Yeah,
That is cute. She must have had the Christmas spirit. That's why she was signing signs and all
Yeah.
the things.
yeah, I think so. But still, I mean, like you just don't see that at
She
concerts
is the
anymore.
Christmas
Mhm.
spirit.
Yeah, she
She
is.
is.
I
She
didn't
is
know
Christmas
about
spirit.
that concert going on in Phoenix, but then I saw you going to it, and I saw
Mhm.
like several other people I knew going to that concert.
Yeah, it was full. It was definitely a full stadium. Like I think it was sold out. But I had no idea she was coming either. My sister literally texted me and was like, "So you're going to Mariah Carey with me?" And I was like, "Cool." So we went. But it was really
What's
fun.
happening?
There's a fucking fly.
Of course there is. Of course there's a fly.
I literally said.
I had a
Why
feeling.
did
I
it
had a
on?
feeling.
Oh my god, no, when we were getting on, you walked away for a second and it was just the three of us. We were waiting for you and Ashley goes, "The crier and the fly." Oh no, maybe it was Monica. She was like, "The crier and the fly is just so funny." And I was like, I wonder if there's going to be a fly this time. Like, we have our
Of course,
crier.
the fly
but
is
I
a
wonder
paid
if-
actor.
I don't know where he went, but he was just like zooming around in front of me a second ago. And I'm like, you have to be shitting me.
I wonder
Oh
what
my
our listeners
gosh.
think about you and all your flies.
I know.
I'm the Lord of the Flies, in case you were wondering. If you thought it was like fucking Piggy or whatever that fucker's name is that gets squished by the rock, no, it's me.
I've never read that. I've never read that.
I don't remember the plot, but I do remember reading it.
I remember
I've
reading
never-
it.
I don't actually
remember it
remember
being
if that's
weird.
the name of the kid
Yeah.
that got squished by the rock, but it
No,
was
that
not a
sounds.
nice
There
name.
is a kid with that name in there, right?
Is it Piggy?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Okay.
I don't remember what happens to him, but yeah, there is a piggy.
He
I don't
gets
remember the
crushed by a
rock.
rock. I'm pretty sure they murder him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a gross
something like
book.
that. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm the
Anyway.
Lord of the Flies. Okay.
Should we change the
Alright,
name?
crier.
Should we change your name?
The Lord.
I like it the
The
way it is.
Crier / Lord of the Flies.
All right. Speaking of Crier and her flies, what are you bothered by?
Yeah. Tell us.
Give it to us.
Well, first of all, I'm similarly bothered by age because I was trying to do the Copperhead Road line dance last night.
Excuse me. What is that?
Flies. There was two actually. I just saw them.
Are they
So if
fucking?
they're,
There's always
if they're
a-
be fucking this week, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. Anywhozer, Copperhead Road. It's a line dance, but it's not a hard one by any means. Like very minimal effort required for this. I have a video of it. I'll share with you guys. So we'll put it on the thingy.
Because I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
I don't know
it's,
either.
It's very easy. It's just super easy line dance. Okay, my calves were on fire after I finished. I'm like, I should not be this fucked up from the easiest line dance in the
Well,
world.
you were wearing heels, right?
Yes. So
Well,
we're gonna
that'll
say
do
it was
it.
the heels.
Yeah.
That'll
It was
do
the
it.
heels. It was.
You're basically
Still.
dancing on your tiptoes.
The cha-cha
Yeah.
slide didn't do me like that.
Mm.
So. Oh, and
Well,
if you didn't see our Instagram stories, the cha-cha slide to Charlie Brown, it was about 50-50, I'd say this time on
Okay,
Charlie
that's
Browning and
better.
no Charlie Browning.
an older
So-
crowd.
There were some
Yeah.
older, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
more sense.
anyways, that,
fine.
and then, you know,
No, I don't. Tell
what
me.
bothers me is people, there's this trend going around, and it's like, my biggest fear is, and you put your biggest fear on the screen. And granted, I realize that people maybe not want to actually, they're not vulnerable enough to put their biggest fear, but like, why even participate if you're just going to put like, it's not really your biggest fear, it's like your half-ass fear.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from anybody's fears, but like, my biggest fear and your biggest fear, we are not the same, because I've
We
seen
live
some really
in
like,
two different worlds.
yeah, like
Mhm.
your biggest fear is like superficial things.
Well, some people
Granted-
are superficial.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
I will say, like, I understand having fears of, of
superficial.
your
things.
body changing or like, your money
Getting
circumstances. I
wrinkles, yeah.
understand these fears, but like,
But
my
Or are they
biggest.
your biggest?
yeah, no, my biggest fears are like, my child will never learn how to speak, or like,
Mm-hmm.
things I just
Things that
can't
matter.
imagine if that was
Yeah.
if the things I'm seeing in this trend were my biggest fear. Oh my God, sign me up for that life, because I'm tired of being scared of actually scary things.
Same. I
Mhm.
feel you on that. It's interesting to see what people's quote unquote biggest fears are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a trend I'm not bothered by is the one where it'll be like, well, I think you did it, Kelsie. It'll be like kids shouldn't have a bedtime. They should be able to stay up whenever. And it's just a video,
And
but
then
then
the
it
camera
flips
will
and it's
flip.
like the kid recording, and it's like, those are so funny. Every
I do
single
find
one's
those
so
are-
funny.
Those are
so
pretty
good.
funny.
The one
I'm
that
obsessed
Kelsie
with
sent to
tampon
the
one
TikTok.
earlier.
Yeah.
Did you see Taylor? Did you see Taylor Lautner's?
Yes!
the one where she's like,
Bella should have
ends
chosen
up with,
Jacob.
With, Jacob, and then it's like, oh shit, and then just
Yes, those are
Which
so
I-
funny.
those
I
are my
freaking
favorite
love
ones.
it when actors like play into like
Mhm.
their character.
yeah, and just like
Their
the
biggest role
fan
or
love
whatever.
for it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I agree, yeah. Which, okay, I know jack shit about Taylor Lautner, and I know Kelsie has.
Kelsie perks up. What do you want to
Kelsie
know?
has
Flies
done
know all
What
about
would you
it.
like to know?
She has done extensive research.
That's probably not wrong.
Is his
She
wife?
probably-
Is his wife actually also named Taylor?
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
There was a
Yeah.
at the ball last night, the guest speaker, his last name was Kelly, and his wife's name was Kelly. So her name is Kelly.
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 And I'm like, this is so great because sometimes I fantasize about being married to Travis Kelce. Sorry, honey. And I'm like, my name would be Kelsie, and she's Kelly. And yes, Taylor and Taylor Lautner. They go by
No.
Taylor and Tay. Boy,
Yeah.
No.
boy Taylor,
No.
girl Tay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't.
Kelly. That might be a deal
Taylor.
breaker for me,
So like
to be honest.
literally,
Yeah.
you know how when like at weddings they'll announce like Mr. and Mrs.
Mhm.
and they'll say the man's name first and their last
Uh-huh.
name, and they won't even say the woman's name.
Doesn't
It
matter.
would just be the same for them, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor Lautner. Just so weird.
It is, but they are actually they're very cute. So it's
I love that
I'm
Nicole's
sure
having
they
this
are.
reaction because this was the rest of the world like several years ago.
yeah. When this all happened, this definitely was the reaction.
I didn't know her
literally-
name was Taylor either.
I didn't know her name
Yeah.
was Taylor. I knew he was married, but I
Which
didn't
is
realize
even
his name was
funnier
Taylor.
because, well, it's even funnier because he had also dated Taylor Swift, so
Taylor
it's not the
Swift.
first time.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, "There's no way that his new wife is also a Taylor." Like, he clearly
Yeah.
has a type, and the type is Taylor.
Well,
That's it.
And it's
Okay.
funny. It's even more funny because she's also a Taylor Swift fan, and so the song that's written about him, she's a
And
huge
she-
fan
but
of.
She was Team
Oh,
Edward.
weird.
She was a twihard,
Yeah.
a hard twihard,
Oh, my
and she
gosh.
was Team Edward. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speaking of Twilight, there is a brand of shoes. It's called Koi Footwear. They're literally launching an entire Twilight themed shoe collection. Shut up.
Why?
Okay, like
I
what?
don't know, and I
What-
don't care. They have boots and
Are
like
they gonna
so
sparkle?
they have. They
Yeah.
do. They have the skin of a killer boots, and they're literally sparkly combat boots. And then they have different names for all of them, but they have like Bella's wedding shoe, and it's like what she thought her dream wedding shoe was, like in the dream, I guess. And it's got like, it's white, but it also has like red for like all the vampire blood. They're actually pretty dope. Then they have so they have the vampire line, then they have the wolf line. And it's all like Quilly
Furry?
inspired. Yeah, some of them are furry, some of them
Shut
are
up.
not. Yeah, so there's one.
The image
that's, like,
that came to mind, you know
Which is
the,
it
the
furry?
book in no, you know the book in Harry Potter that's like all furry and you have to like stroke the spine.
Yeah, stroke the-
That, but in shoe form.
I was
That's
thinking
funny
those
as
like
hell.
giant slippers, you know, that are like really
No,
fluffy
no,
monsters.
They're
My
all,
kids have
like-
those.
That's so funny. That would be good. That would be a good addition to the line. But they're all like boots and like chunky like Mary Janes and like chunky they even have chunky like sneakers. They're actually really cute. But it's an entire Twilight line, and I just think it's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I just heard about it today, so I'll send you guys the reel that I saw because
Interesting. I mean, I know that they're like wanting to like make the animated version, and so it must be. But I mean, I know that there's still a strong fan base, so I get it. But it's also like it's a little past the mark at the same time.
It's timeless.
It's
It
timeless.
is
No.
just like Taylor Lautner.
Okay, all right. Taylor forever. I can't. Okay,
Gonna
I'm
pet
done.
that dog.
Done with Taylor.
Oh my God.
Not pet that dog. Okay, speaking of things that people are obsessed with, now we can talk about our ACOTAR journey. I'm
Yes.
done. I finished. I've reached the finish line for now. I mean, there's
Until
supposed to be a
the
sixth
next one.
so we'll see.
Okay, but are
Mm.
you like
I guess.
content with where it ended right now, or are you like dying for the next one?
I'm actually very content.
Okay,
because
that's what I've
this
heard.
This
Okay.
is Nesta's like story, and I thought it was wrapped up very nicely with a pretty little bow. And I have referred to Nesta as very mean names in the past, and I take them back. So I love my girl Nesta. I am a Nesta stan forever now.
Interesting.
And Cassian and Rhysand are competing for the number one spot in my heart. So I'll just leave you guys with that. I do want more though. I want
man.
more because I have a lot of questions still. this book, it ends on a good note for like the end of Nesta's story, but there's still a lot hanging in the balance that is unanswered, and I need to know. And then I just need to know more about like Az. I need to know more about Azriel. I need to know what the hell's going to happen with Elaine and Lucian. Still don't get any answers about that. I need to know more about the Morrigan. I just have.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I just need to know more. Tell
We
me.
were talking about Akatar at the ball last night because one of the girls has already read it, and she was like, we were explaining it to our other friend who hasn't read it yet, and it's like fairies and sex. It's fairies and sex, pretty much. And she's like, yes, it's fairy smut, and my friend goes, yeah, I actually got pregnant with my child shortly after reading that.
Honestly, shortly
And I was
after
like, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, there
I
is an
can see
increase
that.
of those feelings since reading the book, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Some of my favorite memes and like reels and stuff are the ones where it's like how everybody else pictured like certain characters and like how you did, right?
I love those. I send
Which-
you them all the time because they're my
But,
favorite
like,
ones.
one for me is like how everybody else pictures like fairies and like who they are, and like no, I pictured like little like pixie
Little
kind
tiny
of fairies,
little pixie
like
fairies.
prior. Okay, let me
Prior to
clarify.
this, prior to
Before
this,
I
yes.
read any
Right.
of the actual books, like whenever anybody would describe it to me, I was like, just like little fairies, like
Tinkerbells, yeah.
okay.
That's not how I
Okay,
saw it.
but nope, it's
I
Bat
had
Boys.
I had the image of like Legolas in my brain every time someone says like a fairy. 'Cause
Nope.
they have pointy ears.
That is
That's
not
what
where I
was
was.
thinking. That's where I go. That's where I go.
Nope, that's not what was in my
The image of Legolas is a good one, all right? So not mad about that.
that is a good image, but that is not where I was.
I-
Mine was
I
like
think my-
Ferngully.
I don't remember what one I sent you. Ferngully. Oh my god, I love that movie. That was such a good movie. I think my favorite one had to be the one of the sisters, where it's like how everybody pictures.
Yes, that's exactly
the
what I
fucking
pictured.
one from Cinderella. The audio on those reels is what makes them.
Yeah.
Okay,
It makes it
like
so funny.
The September, you guys that are listening, if you spend enough time on Reels and TikTok, you'll know the September one where it's like September and then it goes to like a kazoo sounding of September. And it makes me laugh. I just love that. I can hear it in my brain and I think of
Yeah.
that.
I feel like reading the series is worth it just for the reels because they're so
Yes,
funny.
yes, they're
They are so funny.
Honestly, I want to be part of the book talk and bookstagram community. I just don't know how to infiltrate it.
You're waiting to be invited in.
I want to be invited. Somebody invite me. I just don't know. But that I think that comes another thing I'm bothered by about lately is just social media in general. I can't even speak. Social media in general. And I used to be, that's actually how we all met each other, is we were all heavily involved in social media because we were all part of the same MLM. And I fell out of the social media part of it so hard and I can't get back in it. Even though this is something I would enjoy and this is something I would have fun with, I just like
Yeah.
every time I
No,
try to do it,
I
I'm
do
like,
too.
"Blah,
And
blah."
actually, for similar reasons of what Kelsie was talking about, because
Yeah.
there's trends like that where it just makes me so frustrated because some of like the ones like what she's describing, like I've seen, and it's like that cannot possibly be like your biggest fear. Like you've got to be kidding me. But everything is just based off of like how many likes are you going to get or how many
Just
people are you
do it
going to
for the
piss off when
social
you say
media.
that just to get them to engage with your content. And so then everything just becomes really annoying. And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of it.
That's my issue is like I want to show up and be totally authentic.
Yeah.
I want to show just as many bad days as good days, and like I'm not going to bullshit around, but like it pisses me off. We already know it's all a highlight reel, but like it pisses me off when it's just fucking can't be. Just be fucking for real. Be fucking for real for 1 minute of your life. Like, and stop rage baiting people just to get views. Like,
Well,
are you
yeah,
really so
exactly.
boring? Are you really so fucking boring that you have to say you're like the meanest things you've ever thought, or like the most controversial things you've ever thought just to get attention?
Yeah.
Like, are
Mhm.
you that
Yeah.
boring?
Right.
If I'm that, I mean, if
Which,
me
like,
just
I
being
get.
myself is boring, that's fine. If I never grow, I'm cool with that. But at least I didn't have to fucking
Yeah.
purposely try to piss people off to grow my following.
Right.
I feel like that's
Like,
the equivalent of like selling out. Like you're
Yeah.
selling
Yeah.
out by doing that. Like
yeah. Like, of course, obviously the point of like trying to grow your account is to like have attention.
have
But I
attention,
just don't think that
make
we have
money,
to
I
do
get
it in a way that makes you an asshole. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, unless you're an asshole. But
It's
if
true.
you're an asshole,
Unless you are an
Well,
asshole.
whatever,
am
be an
an
asshole. But like,
But
huh?
I don't want to be like all the time an asshole.
There's,
You know
I
what
mean, I feel like there's a difference
am an
between like
asshole.
you're an asshole, and I feel like you're an asshole in the name of like good assholes, not like
Yeah.
you're not
Okay.
like a asshole who goes out of your way to like
Be
hurt
an
people's
asshole.
feelings or
'Cause
piss them off or
all
like.
right,
Yeah.
I guess I'm like I can be an asshole sometimes, but I don't just do it for the sake of being an asshole.
I swear,
Like-
people like post something controversial and then it goes viral, and that's like a dopamine hit, and they're like, "Wow, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
keep being a dick for views."
Yeah,
their,
no,
that's their
literally.
identity now.
Literally.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll like
they make it their
go
whole
and I'm like,
personality.
I'm gonna talk about this, and I know it's controversial, and like, and then I'm like, no, like, and I talk myself out of it because it just doesn't feel worth it just to like.
But sometimes you'll do it in a very tasteful way, I think, and you'll do it on your stories. You don't go out there and make like solid content that's going to be on your profile for the rest of its life. And anytime you try to, like address anything controversial, you at least is what I've seen, you do it in a very tasteful way and not in a way of being an asshole. So, there's
There's
that
a-
can be done.
There's also a difference, though, of like posting something controversial and being willing to have a conversation about it with people in the comments who want to talk about it versus posting something controversial. And then whenever anybody comments their differing opinion, you respond with just
You're like,
hate
"No,
or
I'm
just
right."
being a jerk or like, you're not welcome here. Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of crap that is just exhausting and annoying.
And I also get that too. Like when you find your people, okay.
Mhm.
And whoever doesn't like that, they can also see their way out, and that's fine too. But I think it's just so overwhelming because everybody is doing it constantly. It's like we don't have to all act like this. Can't we just all like have fun? Like social media used to be a place of like fun things.
Mhm.
Well,
Why
and I
is it
think
so?
like
It's just not
wanting
fun
to
anymore.
create a community of like-minded people is not a problem, but
No.
creating a community of like-minded people where
Anger.
your whole like-minded community is built off of like being an asshole of
Yeah,
like
negativity.
pissing off other people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't relate.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Yeah. Can't relate. Or just like fakeness. Like I can't with the fakeness. Oh, speaking of fakeness, I was gonna I sent you guys a reel earlier about Brittany Wisniewski from freaking Love is Blind. Speaking of fake internet assholes, and apparently she just wanted to go on Love is, but she has a boyfriend of like 4 years, and she wanted to go on Love is Blind to get more social media followers. This is all
shit, I
alleged.
didn't watch
I
that
don't
one.
know. Oh my gosh, this is all alleged.
I feel like this season has got to be like the beginning. Well, not even the beginning, but like very much the end of the show.
This
like
is
it's
I
crumbling.
feel like this has got
Who
to
the
be
fuck
the
is
end. Like,
vetting
this
these
done.
people?
Exactly,
Who's
yes, I
picking the
was just
people
gonna
out that
say.
go on to Love is Blind? Where are they
Steven?
finding them?
It cannot
Bro
be that
was,
hard to
like-
find out if they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, it
No.
cannot.
Dude, her boyfriend literally drove her to the airport, dropped her off to go to Love is Blind. Said, "Bye, honey, have fun." And
That's like the same thing that happened last season.
with
with that guy.
fucking
Trevor?
Trevor, yeah.
Trevor.
And then when she got back, I guess they were like back together or whatever. But then she was seen with somebody that I don't even know. His name is Modson. I guess he's Avril Lavigne's ex-boyfriend or something. I don't know. He's somebody. She was seen with him like in New York, going on a date with him, like hand in hand. And her boyfriend did not know this. And it was like, I guess, popped up all over his social media. And he's just like, what the fuck? Well, what do you expect? You literally
Yeah.
drove her to a show for
Yeah.
her to date like 15 other dudes. And,
Yeah.
and get engaged, quote unquote, to
Yeah.
homeboy. And I'm like, this is the things that people will do for social media clout is
They're dumb.
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah.
I feel
And,
bad
like,
for the people who show up to the show genuinely like looking
wanting
for
to be
love,
on it.
who like, I mean, to want to be on a show like that, like probably means like you've been through it to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I feel bad for them because they're already showing up probably in a pretty vulnerable place and with like parts that are still kind of broken, right? And then to have to be put into an environment mixed with people who are there literally for the most like selfish reasons.
Yeah.
It's really messed up.
It is messed
That's
up.
so crazy. I mean, all that stuff is alleged. I mean, I guess it's not alleged that she was with homeboy in New York on a date, but the whole boyfriend stuff is alleged. I don't freaking know, but
Interesting.
I just think it's crazy. It's crazy.
Interesting. But also like, okay, but even like with like social media being fake like that, right? Like who even knows if that's real or if that's just another thing that like they leaked just to be able to keep her name relevant.
To keep her relevant. Yep, for sure.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying like it was actual that she was seen with Avril's ex out in public.
Yeah.
But the other stuff behind it, I don't
Yeah.
know
Might not be true.
We don't know if there's any validity behind that because again, it could just be let's add it to the story so that I am seemingly interesting.
I do think that if you genuinely are like pissed off by certain people on social media though, or like the certain types of content like that you see, which like I'm also guilty of this, like you have the power to change your algorithm and like block people or mute people you don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like that is possible. It's just sometimes it's like, I guess, easier said than done.
It's possible, but it's like it's a lot of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
My TikTok, I've got my TikTok pretty like refined. I rarely get pissed off on my TikTok anymore. Like it's got me figured out, but Instagram don't.
TikTok's algorithm is very smart. Like it adapts, I feel like, very quickly and like very accurately, whereas the other ones are slower.
Like that for me. I feel like my Instagram has me dialed in, but I spend a lot more time on Instagram than I do TikTok.
I guess maybe it's not my Instagram. It's not the random reels I see on Instagram, maybe so much as like my feed of like people.
That's what I'm saying. You should get rid of them. You should.
Well, it's interesting because like my regular feed, I very rarely will scroll through because I get annoyed. What I end up doing is I end up on a reel and then I'm just scrolling through the reels.
Well, maybe this is probably a me problem, but like I don't like. I feel like I don't want to be. I feel like I'm more like them if I am like just blocking them out of my life because I don't agree with them. You know what I mean?
Well, if you don't like seeing it and then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like if it's really has you in a place where you're like feeling stuck in social media when you want to be on social media and doing things on social media, then why are they there? Then why are you holding on to them? Like what?
Yep.
For what?
You guys
For
know,
what?
I'll say a little bit. I'm not going to go into too much because this is like my real personal life, so I won't go there. But you guys know, like, there are certain people that I had to completely block on all platforms and log into our shared platforms as a show and block those certain people from looking there too. Unfortunately, I can't block them from listening to this thing, or I would, because I just don't want them infiltrating. Can we? I don't know. I don't want them infiltrating my life anymore. And so, like, I am all for the, if it's taking up space in your head, fucking get rid of it. Like, just get rid of it.
Well, I deleted Facebook for like a week and a half, and it was really, I hardly ever wanted to go on there. I just, that wasn't that bad, but Instagram's a little harder, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think you have to put yourself through that feeling that you feel when you're like, oh, it doesn't make you better than them if I just
like,
block them out. It does.
When was the
It
last
makes you
time
better because you know yourself.
If you're thinking about someone and you're like, when was the last time this person like brought me value or like some kind of joy by seeing them online? Like, and if it's not there and it's not recent, then it's like, well, time to go.
Who's that?
Cut them out.
Marie
Maybe,
Kondo?
but I don't want to live in like an echo chamber of my own, like.
I actually think it would put you somewhere more realistic of what real, like other, like our friends who aren't doing social media as like a job, like more real life what they see. Like when I was in Saint and going hard in Saint, all I saw was other bitches doing their makeup, doing Saint stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my god, everyone's watching people do their makeup all day, and I'm like, no bitch, it's just me. Like you need to get out of your own fucking circle.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
I think that there's also a difference though of like the people showing up in your feed that might have different opinions, and are they sharing them in a respectful way? Because I know you, and I know that you have the capacity to sit and have a conversation that you disagree with somebody. Yeah. And that's very different from what a lot of these things showing up in our feeds are, is it's people who can't match that, who don't want to have the conversation. And if that's the case, I don't think that you need to hold space for them. You know, I think it's absolutely okay to clear them out.
Listen to her. She's the therapist. The
therapist coming in.
Said you're allowed to not hold space for these people, so do it.
If you were sitting in front of somebody sharing their opinions and the way that they do on social media, like we would never tolerate that. We would absolutely like walk out. And so why do we allow that to be?
Have you met me? I absolutely would not walk
No,
out.
you wouldn't.
Okay, maybe not in the moment, but then afterwards you'd be like, block.
I would come to you guys and I'd be like, this fucking bitch. Did you do anything, Kelsie? I sat there pleasantly and listened to them be awful.
Okay, but then you probably wouldn't go and hang out with them again.
And she's doing it right now on her social media. We know what would happen.
I feel like I have gotten better in like the last, like ever since I turned 29 and then 30, like I feel like I've slowly gotten better about, like, I'm not gonna like fight you, and I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you if you're like disrespectful, but I am gonna say something. I'm gonna like say what I think, whether, you know, usually if it's a situation where I'm like, it's not that big of a deal and I'm gonna be out of it in a minute, it's like, whatever. But if I'm sitting here having a conversation and you just blatantly say something that I disagree with or like I think is rude, like I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, no, sorry, I don't really agree. But that's huge for me because I am a people pleaser down to my very, very core.
I know. I'm with you. It's so funny because, like, the therapist part of me is like, this is what you need to do. And then, like, the personal part of me, I'm like, but that sounds scary.
Yeah.
That sounds
I would like
scary.
to avoid this at all costs.
Okay, speaking of Kelsey's TikTok, she sent us something quite disturbing the other day. Kelsie, can you please tell us what you sent us about the dude?
Oh, is that the dude? I thought you were talking about the parrot tongue.
Oh, God, that was so terrible. That was so terrible.
Okay, well, since we're here.
Wait, no, okay, that has to be AI because I've seen a lot of bird tongues and I've never seen any.
That didn't look. I feel like usually you can like tell when something's AI though because it looks like almost too real. Like
I don't know.
I don't know. That looked like.
Maybe there was something wrong with them.
I'll do some research on it, but it was like a video and this parrot's tongue comes out and then it like. It looks like an alien tongue. It like expands out with like little like feelers on it. I don't know. I've never felt so uncomfortable by like a video of an animal or really anything.
And you send a lot of uncomfortable videos. I don't know what you were talking about.
The parrot tongue. This is not what I was talking about.
It gave me the heebie-jeebies.
And I've also never seen a fuzzy parrot tongue before. Like,
I'm looking up the parrot tongue.
They're not like that.
Yeah.
They're not. Okay, my mom had a fucking. Oh my God! Why can't I think what it's called?
Maybe it was an alien parrot pretending to be a parrot. It was an alien.
See, this is the problem with AI. As much as I love chat and everything, this is the problem with AI. We don't know what real is.
It's taken over.
Oh my gosh. Facebook. That's one of the reasons why I can't have fucking Facebook because these people be sharing AI shit. And they're like, real. Oh my gosh. It's like, this is not real, Janet.
People can't
stop sharing. Can you not tell it's not real? Are you kidding me? It doesn't even look real.
They can't decipher. They're being tricked.
You know what I see it so much of, and this happens to me on my TikTok. I don't know why. My TikTok is doomsday everything. I don't know.
Ew, that would kill me.
I think
that doesn't shock me for you.
No, it does not shock me at all.
The curiosity got the cat, and so like I am so curious when it comes.
Yeah, you liked one video, and TikTok was like, "We got you.
We got you." Okay, so I have been seeing so many videos. Have y'all seen The Man Behind the Moon?
No.
From your silence, I'm going
No.
to guess no. People have been claiming they see a face behind the moon, and homie looks like a statue, like a big, but his head is bigger than the moon. Bitch, I'm gonna find a video and I'll send it to you.
Have you seen it? Have you looked behind the moon?
This bitch, I look at the moon all the time. There's no fucking
Have you
face
seen-
behind the moon.
What do you mean behind it? How do you? I don't know what you mean behind.
Like looking upon the moon, and from the light of the moon you can see the light on his face. Like if my microphone is the moon, he's gazing at the moon.
I'm gonna
And
need to
it's
see
like
some
people are like,
pictures.
oh my god, it's the Titans, and people literally
Photoshop is a
think
very interesting tool.
So
AI,
not
people really
believable.
think that's what I said. I was like, y'all think there's just like,
But I mean, there's
people
people who
up
think the
there
world
standing
is
on it.
flat. So, like,
Well,
are we
you know,
really?
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Well,
We're not going there because that's
You
actually
guys-
one that
I
am
could
not
listen.
opposed
No,
to.
you can't be convinced that the world
I
is
can
flat.
listen.
Stop. No,
Stop it!
no, no.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop
No.
it!
This is where
I
Stop
don't think there's a
it.
man
we have
behind
to
the
stop
moon.
this
But if you want to
conversation
talk
while
about the
our
Earth
friendship
being
is
flat, we
We are
can talk.
divided. We are divided. Stop it! Stop!
Okay. No. We're not going to talk about the flat Earth because for a long time I was like, nah, the Earth's round, and then I saw some things and I was like,
Why are you so convinced? Why are you so convinced it's round?
So many reasons.
no. I want to talk about the man behind the moon, and then I want Kelsie to tell us about her fucked up
I
algorithm.
don't.
We're not
Guys,
talking
there's
about
so many conspiracies I can get behind, but the flat earthers just
No,
fucking
I
kill me.
will say, the flat earthers, like when you listen to them, some of them sound very convincing, and you're like, okay, I see where you're going with this, but you're still wrong.
There is logic places that
I
you
am
wouldn't
going.
expect
I'm
it.
going to get so rich, and I am going to shoot myself up in a fucking rocket just so I can come back down and tell you bitches that the fucking
Please
Earth is
take me with you. Because
I
I've never
will.
been.
That is the
I've
only
never
reason
been.
I
Oh my
want to go. It's the only reason I
never
want to go.
So let me see for myself with my own eyes.
This was not a line I ever thought that this group chat would get divided on.
I could have
I
expected
knew
this.
it. I think I knew it
could have
because I
predicted
think I
this.
said early on one time when we were talking about conspiracies early on, I think I said I can't with the flat earthers, and I'm pretty sure those two went fucking silent.
Yeah,
So
we literally were like, oh, we can with
Yeah.
them. But also, me and Ashley can get into the conspiracy
Listen,
theories.
you get into enough
Kelsie cannot.
conspiracies and enough things makes you have to question everything. I will
think
question
that's
everything. I'm
dangerous.
not
I
saying
don't
the
think you
earth is
should question
flat. I'm
everything.
just saying I would entertain the discussion because so many things
I
that
will entertain.
will entertain
any
the discussion.
but
I will.
I'm not gonna agree with the flat Earth thing.
To be 100% honest, I don't think we know jack shit. Okay, so I will entertain a lot of things. I will entertain a lot of theories. I'll enjoy seeing both sides of everything because I think it's fun, and I truly believe we will not have the answers until we perish. So
I
Yeah.
believe society
I'm
is built on
here,
lies. And
Well, yes, I think all of that is true too, but the flat Earth is just one that I cannot get behind.
it
I
makes
will
you
listen to the
uncomfortable?
theories, though. I do find them fascinating. No, I just
Okay. The
no.
flat Earth thing. Wait. And I did not. Nobody come for me because I did not fact check this, and I'm going to
Oh,
say
no.
this right now.
Oh
I did zero fact checking, okay? But something I heard about the flat Earth thing made me laugh. Kind of. It's not really about flat Earth. It's more about NASA. NASA, the person that releases all their images, I cannot remember his name. And again, don't fucking fact check me. I just saw this on a TikTok and I thought it was interesting. The person that releases all of their images that they have of space and from space is allegedly the same person that invented and created Photoshop. And as soon as I heard that, I went, "Oh, well, that's interesting."
is-
I did not
okay,
fact check it.
I know, but this is my thing with all conspiracies is that the conspiracies are so many are based on the fact that you think that somebody's lying to you, but it also
believe
could be the
everybody's lying to me.
people fueling the conspiracies that are lying. So it's like
This is
the
why
conspiracies are conspiracies, and everything.
This is why I will entertain.
This is why I don't go down this very dark
I believe
path,
nothing.
because
I believe nothing.
everything.
no one.
The people.
You have to just think for yourself. You have to just decide on
Other
your
side
own.
could be lying to you. So could the others.
Yes, everyone could be and is lying to you.
It's all madness. It's
Yeah.
all crazy. It's
There's
why
just-
I will not.
There's a lot of things where I will entertain the perspectives, but at the end of the day, whether the earth is flat or it's round, I don't really care.
I will
it
live
doesn't
here
make a difference in my
regardless.
day-to-day life.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm like, it doesn't actually affect my day-to-day life, so I don't actually care. I would be terrified too if I saw a face behind the moon, but I've looked at the moon and I didn't see no face.
Sometimes I think I see a face on the moon.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
No,
it looks
no.
like
Yeah.
there's like a face
I
on
can-
the moon.
Like with the craters
because
and
of
stuff.
the holes and the
Yeah.
craters, right?
Mhm.
No, they are saying behind the
Behind.
moon there is a man looking upon the moon, checking in on us. Like, hey, what's
That's
up?
yeah,
just dumb.
that's crap.
No, I'm
That's
like,
dumb.
That's a lie. You're crazy. You out of your
That's
damn mind.
too much.
And I can't. And
Anyways,
there's people
hear it a
believe
little bit
it.
bothered. We will hear all sides of the story
will.
openly.
I will.
However,
Please.
we will disagree sometimes. But we will
Some
be
of us are
respectful
more
in our
apt to
disagreements.
believe the things.
Please slide
my
into
goodness.
my
I think we
DMs.
just I think that we
Wait.
just believe different things, not that we are
Please.
This is gonna be like the thing that like makes us go viral. Is Nicole being a flat earther?
No,
Seen
it's
the man
not even
by
that
the
I am
moon
a flat
and
earther.
Ashley.
It's just that I
She's like, don't put me in
I
that
like-
box quite
I
yet.
like
Don't
all the
really
things.
label me a
I
flat
don't
earther, but
know.
like
I don't know. I just don't know. I'm open.
I don't know anything.
I'm open
The
to
difference
all the
between me and
theories.
you guys is that I don't know, and like I would rather be blissfully unaware of a lot of things. Some things you gotta get into, but like there are some things I just can't go there because like
Yeah.
like
you
did we
can't.
go to the
We talked
fucking
about
moon?
this before.
I don't
I don't know.
fucking want to know. I don't care.
Yeah.
It has no bearing on
Maybe.
my life. I'm not gonna
Maybe we
spend
didn't.
hours going down this fucking spiral of did we go to the moon because I
I
can't
will.
live like that.
And I'm thoroughly convinced that we may not have. So
I
me
can't
too.
let that consume my brain because
Yeah.
it will. You guys know how much I overthink. If I
Yes,
were to dive
that's
into
true.
these things,
You're not
God, I
allowed.
would never see the light
You'd
of
never
day
come out the other side.
You're not allowed. You're not
No.
allowed. Yeah.
So
it's
I
probably
just
best
choose-
that you don't.
to live.
Yeah. You know your
So this
limits.
is- I am going to
Okay.
put an open invitation out there for anybody that wants to slide into my DMs with conspiracy theories because they are so
Yes.
much fun. Please, Ashley is open,
Oh my
and so am
goodness.
I. Tell us all the
Mhm.
conspiracy theories.
I find
and
them
which one
fascinating
not.
to listen to. I will always listen
Well,
to them.
Okay,
but-
Ashley and I will come tell you about it then. But
Yes.
You guys
Okay.
should. I have a friend that she has a bookstagram, but also she's like a major conspiracy theorist. You would love her. You should go follow her.
great, I will. So send
I'll
me her.
send you
ad.
her
Yeah.
handle. Shout out,
The whole
Caitlin. I'm sending them your
Hi,
way.
Caitlin. Yes, we can hang out. We'll have you on the
Yeah,
pod.
I think that there's a lot of things in the world that like one is just it's not important for us to really know, and like that we're not supposed to know. Like we're not supposed to know all of the things that are happening all over the world all at once.
agree.
You know what I mean? Like not when it like the only thing that actually matters is like what's in front of you.
Okay. Anyway, the disturbing other goodbye to the conspiracy. We'll enter a different kind of conspiracy because this could be a conspiracy. This
It could
guy,
be.
one I'm more willing to delve into because it's a little less like crisis of the world kind of deal.
More surface level information.
It's very surface level. This guy, married, wife, children, happy family, supposedly, goes out on a kayak, capsizes kayak, goes missing, presumed dead. He had also taken out a life insurance policy shortly.
Oh, he's a
before
red
this.
flag.
Yes,
Um,
red flag number one.
And then turns out maybe not actually dead. His information was like ran through the system at the Canadian Customs after all of this, supposedly when he was dead.
Yep, supposedly.
And so now he's supposedly maybe in Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
I can't say it.
I
can't say it.
He's
Uzbekistan.
in a different country.
Uzbekistan? Say it. Somebody say it. Because now you got me all
Uzbekistan.
fucked up. Uzbekistan.
He's in
Ooze.
Uzbekistan.
Ooze.
Uzbekistan. You got me all
Uzbekistan.
fucked up with all this, okay? I'm unprepared. Okay. Uzbekistan, sorry. Please don't come for me. I'm just a dumb blonde, all right? It's fine.
She had a cigarette last night, guys. Give
I
her a
had
break.
a cigarette. this is the whole thing.
Her brain cells are regenerating.
I poisoned myself with alcohol, and I smoked a cigarette. So I actually smoked like 1.5. So really, I'm not well. I'm
Fucking chain smoker.
I ruined a lot of brain cells. So, anyways, Uzbekistan is supposedly where he is, and then this video surfaces, which this is the only part that's like
pretty
weird.
wild.
In LA, where this girl's like recording on the street, she like asks people questions. She's like, "Can I give you advice?" And she's like a TikTok, and he's like, "Should I go to Uzbekistan?" And the guy looks
like,
a lot
"What?"
like him.
Or
He
what?
really does.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What? Well, why?" And he's like, "Just cause." And she's like, you don't have family there?" And he was like, no, there's a woman there. And she was like, "Oh, well, I don't know what she said." But then he's like, "Well, I'm married." Like he goes on to say, like, I'm married. And she's like, "Oh,
But
well,
my
are you getting
kids
a
are, like,
divorce?" And he was
moved
like,
out, yeah.
"No."
No.
Yeah, he's an
Maybe,
empty
I don't know.
nester.
Well, then why would you go to meet
Yeah.
a woman? "Oh, empty nest." And she's like your
does that
kids?
mean?
What is
It's so
what
wild.
does that have to do with the fucking price
Yeah.
of tea in China? And
That's one of my favorite sayings, by the way.
I always say the price of rice in China, and Trevor's like, it's the price of tea, and I'm like,
Tea, yeah.
I've always said rice, so I don't know. We could be
I've never
divided
heard
on that,
rice.
maybe.
Never
No,
heard the
it's tea.
rice.
I mean,
I've said it my whole life. I don't know. Somebody said it to me.
You say a
Anywho,
lot.
I don't know if I've ever heard it until right this minute.
the price of tea, or just the price of rice, or the whole thing.
The
price of
phrase.
rice.
You've never heard
phrase.
that
Never heard the
phrase?
price of tea. Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
No,
Well,
Well,
anyway,
I
let's
think
move on.
okay. Anywho, so this video, blah blah blah, and he's basically like, "Should I go to Uzbekistan? I'm married, I got kids, blah blah." But then I was like, "Oh wow, blows the lid off of it. He's fucking guilty." Then the police come out and they're like, "That's not him." They did like facial
Oh.
comparison. Their ears don't match. They
Oh,
have
so it's
different
not-
ear structures completely.
Interesting.
Wasn't him. But can you believe
That's
the like
crazy.
similarities he had? I mean, they obviously know this guy probably went to Uzbekistan. Like they can trace it back that he was talking to this girl, but like a man had an exact same conversation somewhere
With-
across the country
yeah.
with somebody.
Yeah, that is
like,
wild.
what are the fucking odds? That's weird.
And,
well,
like,
are the
the
girls
same
in
country-
Uzbekistan like doing is it like a thing? They're trying to.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Get
was
some
just
white
gonna
married
say
men.
that.
They're
kids to
they're
come-
like
Is this like a
recruiting
mail order-
men
or
from
mail
America
order
who are
bride
married.
situation?
Yeah,
Or,
for
like,
real.
Yeah. Like what
Yeah,
is
that's very
happening in
possible.
Uzbekistan?
Or
What's going down in
did
the Uzbekistan?
did this happen? Like he went out on the kayak and then this all went down, and then this girl found a dude that looked like him and did the
No,
I
it
was
interview?
curious
sounds
about that
like
too.
maybe this predated. This video just got like she maybe sent it in because it like predated his death.
Just
and,
as like
was,
information to help build the case.
I think maybe. I didn't dive.
Well, I'm
into
sure
that
that's how
side
she
of
would
it.
want it to look if
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
you know, made or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that seems so
That is so
Unlikely.
weird.
She's probably
Yeah, what
getting
are
a
the
lot of
odds?
traction right now, so maybe that is
Probably.
just
She probably is.
I'm sure she
everything's
is.
fake. Nothing's real. Who fucking knows? That's
believe
what
it.
we're
Seriously.
learning.
Yep.
So
Don't
Maybe that
believe
man's
it.
really dead and
Don't
someone stole his
trust it.
identity in Uzbekistan.
Ooh, maybe.
maybe,
Mm.
but for him to like die and then like I mean like they planned to kill him then because to just like take his identity and go straight over from like across the Canadian border and then
That part is weird. Unless they're just looking at
Yeah.
death like you know, like who died. If you needed a
yeah, just a snatch and go situation.
if you needed to scram, you'd have to
well,
like
no, but
get
I think
someone.
I think the police have like I think they no. I think the police like formed this theory based on like his communications. Like they know he communicated with
That
a
he had
woman
a girl.
in Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're saying that these two events, this video of the girl and the guy on the bike talking about him going to Uzbekistan or whether he should stay, and the man that actually faked his own death to go to Uzbekistan are completely two different events.
Yes,
That's wild.
not the same man.
Diabolical. That's wild.
Okay,
That is
why
very
not
wild.
just get divorced and go?
How?
What is the deal?
Because they need the life
Why-
insurance policy. But I,
Well,
feel
who
I
got
But
it?
he
Who
wouldn't
got
have gotten
it?
it anyway.
For his
just the
wife?
kids.
His wife
would've
must
gotten
have got
it.
the
Yeah.
life insurance.
So he
So
took
it
the
really
insurance
just
So
kinda
he did her a
fucked him over.
solid. He wanted
Yes,
to
he
give her
was
some
feeling
money before he
guilty.
ditched her.
Either that was like his guilty conscience, like making sure she
Yeah.
was going to be okay,
Mhm.
or he knew he was going to still have access online to the bank accounts.
Maybe I
But
don't
Because
then
know.
he'd
that
still
would give
have,
him
like,
away
logins
because he'd
and
have
stuff.
to steal it, and then that
Yeah.
would give him away. I think that he was alive. So
Well, yeah, but he would be in
I
another
think-
country, so he wouldn't care. He'd
Well,
get it
if
transferred
if
into
they-
other accounts.
Well, here's the
oh, that
thing,
was
when you
another
get it-
thing. You're unlocking things that I forgot. He had transferred money to an
He did have
overseas account
offshore.
before he died. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that maybe he transferred money to an offshore account and then took the life insurance policy out because he was taking all his money with him and wanted to leave his
Mhm.
wife something behind because he felt guilty, maybe. But
Maybe.
when you fake your death and you have an insurance policy, and whoever gets the insurance policy, if they find out you're alive, they take that money back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't die. You don't get to have this.
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
fraud. And then somebody goes to jail, usually. So I'm interested to
Yikes.
see how this plays out. If homie is
Imagine
really alive.
being married and raising a whole ass
No.
family until the children leave. So you've been
You
together
want to
for
talk about
decades.
worst fears? There's
It happens a
one.
lot. It happens a lot.
This is
You
the
wanna
person
talk
you were
about
married
worst
to. They
fears?
faked their
Yeah.
death and moved to a different
I mean, the faking the
country.
death, that doesn't happen a lot. But the
I would
empty
rather-
nester and divorce happens a
I
lot.
would rather that than
Well, I've
rather
seen
the
it
family
firsthand.
annihilators. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I
honestly-
cannot comprehend. I'm like, I would rather you fake your death and leave and go to another country than
Yeah.
You
Just,
must
like, I can't-
question your whole life. Like, who have I been married to this whole time? Like, everything's a lie.
Well, usually,
Life
I
at
mean,
is
least
a
you
lie.
get to question your whole life because he didn't
Yeah.
murder you and
Yes.
everyone that you
Yes.
live with.
for real.
That-
true.
Yes. Obviously,
usually
Kelsie and I
at-
listen to too much true crime.
Yeah, seriously.
I know family annihilators really run my
I
brain.
tell Justin this all the
Wait,
time.
what is the term? Family annihilators?
It's somebody who it's the guy who it's usually a guy honestly who murders their whole family. You know, like
Okay.
the ones I
That's
can't-
disgusting.
I didn't know that there was
There's a
term
name
like
for it.
that.
Yeah, when you kill your wife and kids. Yeah.
Ugh.
I
hate
could
that.
not listen to
I
that
hate
shit
that.
on repeat.
No, I
way.
couldn't either.
Mm-mm. That's too
Chris
much
Watts?
for
I
me.
don't know how you're still
Chris Watts. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Watts, family annihilator. He kills his entire family, 2
Mm-mm.
kids, 2 young girls, and pregnant wife.
Mhm.
Stuffs them in like a little well to go be with
I have
his girlfriend.
goosebumps.
Family annihilator. Yeah, gross.
Mm,
I tell Justin that all the
mm-mm.
time. I literally, because I listen to this stuff way too often, I'm like, if you ever want to leave me,
Just fucking
I
go.
say to Trevor all the time.
Go.
I'm like, if you ever want to go, just fucking go.
Just go.
If there's another bitch, just have her.
Just go.
It's fine.
Don't fucking kill
I
me.
will. You don't have to kill me. You don't have to kill our kids. It'll be all right. Like,
it's fine. Just go.
You're
hey,
like, if you want to go, there's women in Uzbekistan
even if you want to go,
looking.
just go. Just bye. It's fine.
Bye.
It's
Oh my
fine.
God, I say that all the time. I'm like, if you don't want to be with me anymore, just say that. You don't have to kill me.
You don't have to murder me. Really,
You
it's
don't
not
have
that
to do
serious.
okay.
I know we're married, but it's not that serious.
Not till death do us part. Just go.
Like, yeah, that term "to death do us part" does not mean till you kill me.
Oh my
No. Yeah, don't
This is
take it
actually
so
a
serious.
PSA for everyone listening. You know what? If you're unhappy in your marriage, just
Don't kill your spouse, please.
scram, okay?
Oh my God.
You ain't gotta do all that.
Healthy communication and
Oh
don't
my
be off
gosh.
of nobody.
Don't
You don't
be
even
a
have to
family
communicate
annihilator.
healthily. Just leave. You can just leave.
leave.
Bye.
Just
go.
It's okay. I don't even need an explanation if it means I don't get murdered. Just
Yeah, as long as I don't
That's fair.
get
That is
taken
fair.
out, I'm good. That's literally same.
as long as I'm still alive when this is all over, I'm
I
okay.
don't care. Yes.
We will recover.
We will
Thank you.
recover.
It'll be all right. I'm hot. I will love again. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, ow, fuck. Sorry. My body's going to sleep. Sorry.
Oh.
I know you guys don't like when
Her long, lanky body is
Uh-oh.
going to sleep. Her vagina lip is asleep.
my vagina lip is to sleep.
Night night, vagina lip. Okay. I think we have to.
Yeah, smack her around to wake her up, you know.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's staying in.
I don't
This is
actually
not
know.
that kind of
Dang it.
podcast.
It is now.
Is it not? We go there a lot, honestly.
Oh.
Okay,
there's
on
a
that note, I
line
really think
and-
we should wrap this up.
We gotta go.
There's a
We gotta
line
go.
and
It's
Kelsie likes to cross
we're getting
it often.
derailed.
I
We're
really like
derailed.
crossing the line.
She
I feel like that's where true connection is found, when you just take it a little too far and you find out who goes there with you. So,
come there with us every week. Okay, bye. Love you.
But we're not going to talk about the Earth being flat. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
cross the line
Actually,
with
we
us,
need
but not
to-
the line
Where's
of the
the
flat
line?
Earth.
You know what? The
Actually-
lines are blurred here.
We need to collect our evidence and bring it to them.
Yes.
We'll talk about anything once, but
We should talk about
You will not
conspiracy
convince
next
me.
week. We'll think of a good one.
Ooh. Yeah.
We'll think about that.
We're dinosaurs
we
for
can
real.
come up with, because I don't need to have an identity crisis. So let's choose carefully.
You made us listen to the story about the cult, goddammit. You'll listen to whatever we want to talk about.
Listen to me. I warned you motherfuckers over and over again.
know
There
how
was
many people
probably
have told me
5
they hated
goddamn
that
warnings
episode?
in that. Do you know that how
We've
many
lost
times?
listeners
Let's go
because
back
of that
and
episode.
count. No, let's go back and count how many times I said, "Hey guys, if you're listening to this, if you can't handle hard shit, turn it off." If they didn't turn it off, that's not my
I
fault.
couldn't turn it off. I wasn't allowed to turn it off. I still had to be here. Clocked in.
I warned you guys so many times.
No.
It's
Mm-mm,
not my
no.
fault that you don't listen.
Why would
You'd
you
had to
bring
know
it up in
that
the first place?
You had to know.
I just didn't know it was going to be so detailed. I thought we were going to gloss over stuff.
Guys, you just talked about how I cross the line often. What made you think that if I said this is a bad idea, why would you think now it'll be okay? This is Kelsie we're talking about. She doesn't cross the line ever. I tried.
Oh, none of this is getting edited out.
Nobody listen. I told you it was bad. If anybody wants to blame anybody for that podcast, blame them, because they know me better than anybody in the world, and they still let me tell the
take
story.
no responsibility for the cult episode.
I'm gonna go back and
I
find the
plead the
message
fifth.
where they were like, "It'll be all right. It's fine. It's okay."
You know what? It's one of the top videos on YouTube. It's fine.
Oh, turns out I do say controversial things for views.
Yeah.
We're just coming
Well.
Full circle. And on that note, it's another week of a little bit bother.
Please
for
like,
listening.
review. Please don't review the cult episode if you didn't
Don't
like it.
review
You
the
can
cult.
just pretend like
Send
you never
Kelsie a
read it.
DM and tell her you hated
Review
it.
it to me and keep it off of it. Anyways, rate,
send
review.
Kelsie-
Follow us
send
on A Little Bit
Kelsie
Bothered.
So please send Kelsie your flat earth theories.
Don't send me them.
Send
I will
Kelsie
delete them.
your
I
hate
won't read
messages
them.
about the cult episode and your conspiracy theories. Okay, hurry, do the
don't
kisses.
want
Do the
them.
kisses.
Okay, all right. Goodbye. We love you. Bye.
Goodbye. Toodles.
Bye.
Welcome to the inner sanctum of friendship. These bitches are a little bit bothered.